Hello friends and welcome to my channel IB All Designing Developers. So today we are back with another video on this channel on C++. Like you all know that previously we have covered up many of the things on C++ and I hope you all enjoyed that things. So in this video I will be telling you about what is dereference in C++, how to use dereference, where to use dereference and why we use dereference in C++. I'll be telling you all the things about that. I hope you'll be enjoying this video from start. So if you enjoy this video and if you understand this project here, so remember to hit a like to this video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell as well so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading on this channel. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen, and like I've told you in the start that today in this video I will be telling you about dereference, like what is dereference, how to use dereference and what are the things important in dereference here. So if we talk about dereference, so this get memory address and value is first thing which we need to use in dereference. In the example from the previous page, we use the pointer variable to get the memory address of a variable used together with the AND reference operator. However, you can use the pointer to get the value of the variable by using the star operator, which is called as dereference operator. Now what this example is saying, or what this example is indicating, is that this star operator which we used, or like this star operator which we used to multiply any number, this is called as dereference operator when we learn or when we start with this C++ here. So if we talk about, if we want to declare any variable, so normally we will be using this thing which is a string food equal to pizza. You can use anything here. This is an example here. So you can use any string name, you can use any of your string. So it's not compulsory to use same thing like in example it is written. So normally if we want to declare any variable, we can use this simple example thing. Now if you want to declare any pointer, so what you have to use is you have to use this star sign or this star operator. And like I've told you in start, that this star operator indicates that you're using a dereference operator. So that's why if you want to use a dereference operator, or if you want to say a operator which you're using as dereference operator, so for that you need to declare a pointer. And if we are declaring any pointer, so for that we need to use this operator which is called as dereference operator. If we talk about count and this PTR, what is this PTR here? Like this PTR indicates pointer, and when you're using this PTR, so it means that you're declaring a pointer. Like if I'm using PTR here, so it means that I'm declaring a pointer here, or I have declared a pointer here. That's why I'm using this count function to display this pointer declaration in my console or in my output. Now if we use this count with this declaration operator which is this star, so it means that you are declaring a dereference operator with the pointer declaration which you have used already. If I am not used the pointer declaration, or if I have not declared any pointer, so if I am using this dereference operator with the pointer declaration, so it will be giving me an error, because obviously this sign will be confusing. Like in the node it is also written that note that this sign, like this star sign, can be confusing here as it does two different things in the code. When used in declaration string, this tag and PTR, it creates a pointer variable. When not used in declaration, it acts as a dereference operator. Means if I'm using this string or this star operator, so it means that I'm creating a pointer variable like I've told you. But when we are not using it at any declaration, you can just say if I'm using it to multiply any number, if I'm using it to, like, you can say to with any other operator or a string, so it will be called as a dereference operator. Like if I'm using this operator here and I'm not using this variable or this operator, so it means that I'm defining normally a string which is not with dereference operator. But if I'm using the same thing here with pointer declaration, so it will be called as pointer variable. But if I'm not using the same thing with any pointer variable, so it will be called as dereference operator. So I hope you understand that what is the difference between dereference operator and what is a pointer variable when we are using same sign here two times. So now I will be moving on to my Replit IDE, so it will more clear you that if we use two different things, so what the output we will be getting here in our console. So I'll be just moving on to my file here. I'll be just zooming out because I think I have zoomed in little too much. Okay, so I'll be just moving on to my file. I'll be logging out with this account here, and then we'll be pressing login. So you can just continue with Google if you have already made it the account, or if you have not, so you can just sign up here as well because it is free of cost. But in the end, when you have created 2 REPLs, so you have to create other REPL as well. So that's why. But we don't have to do that because already we have created 1 REPL and we'll be working on that REPL again and again. So I'll be moving here and then I'll be pressing this if else REPL which we were using. Then I will be just moving here, and after moving in this, I'll be just changing the file name here. Like I'll be just giving the file name as, like in this video we are learning about, you can say, if we move on to the browser. So today we are learning about dereference here. So that's why we'll be giving the title as dereference. So I'll be writing dereference in C++ like this. And then after doing this thing, I'll be just pressing enter to save the file with this dereference name. And you can just see dereference in C++. So in dereference, we'll be using get memory and value tags as well, or value thing as well, because it is really important to do when we have to get any memory address or value. So for that, we need to use this dereference thing here. Now I will be just copying these 2 variables which we have just getting in the example. You can also say it as variable, or you can also say it as pointer declaration. You can say it anything you want. So I'll be using namespace std, which is another tag here. Then I'll be using init main, make this bracket, move down and paste the things which you have copied. Now we have copied both the things, the normal string which we have declared through variable and the other string which we have declared through a pointer. We have done all the things, but now if I run this, so obviously we will be getting nothing. We are getting nothing because we have not defined anything yet. So that's why we are getting that. Now what I'm going to do is I'll be just moving down here, and then I will be moving on to my Word document again, saying me out of storage, view usage. Okay, so you can delete these files if you want to do that, but I'll be not doing because already we have worked with that. That's why. I'll be moving here, and now I'll be moving to this REPL IDE. And now we have to wait a while because obviously we have written all the things here. So the code will be appearing in some while, or like it will just take some seconds here to appear the code. You can also just view it in your web view, as REPL it is a web application here. So you can use it as a web application as well. And there are some AI tools as well which you can use. So that's amazing here. Now what I'll be going to do is I'll be just running this file here because obviously we have run the code, but it's saying me that it's giving me an error. So for doing that, I'll be just going to usage here because we have to just work with that thing. I think go at the back, and now we have to delete some REPLs because I think it is taking some space here. So I'll be deleting this file as well, and we'll be working with one file which is the dereference file here. Delete this as well. Then in the end we'll be deleting this file as well. So all the things has been done. Just I'll be moving to this dereference file now, main.cpp, which is our main file here. So this is the file, and I'll be writing using namespace std. Then you have to just move down, create init main again, then make this and paste all the things. Then I'll be just moving down, and one thing which we have to do is like we have to paste this thing as well, which is the output from which we will be getting the output of every value which we have defined here. First, the thing which we have defined is normal PTR, which means pointer. So normally we have defined this pointer, and now we have to see if we are normally defining this pointer, and when we are defining with declaration, so what output we are getting, like both different outputs we are getting or both same outputs we are getting. So we have to check that, and I'll be pressing run for that. After running, the first output which we are getting is in a number value because we have written nothing here. We have just written and food. That's why we are just getting this output. But if we talk about the second output, in which we have written this star and PTR, which is a dereference operator, with that I have defined this thing. So the output which we are getting is pizza. Why we are getting the output as pizza? Because right now I am using a pointer declaration, and with pointer declaration I am using this dereference operator. So that's why the operator we are getting, or the output we are getting, is pizza, which we have written in string food here. So like this you can use the same thing. Now if I move on to my file, so you can just see it's also saying me same thing, like when you use declaration with string star ptr, it creates a pointer variable, and when you not use this thing with declaration, it will be act as a dereference operator, and that's why when I'm not using the same thing with pointer variable, so it is normally acting as a dereference operator and it is showing me this output. But when I'm using it with pointer declaration, so the output is different, it is showing me output as pizza. So that's the thing. So I hope you understand how we are using dereference. So I hope you understand that how we have worked with dereference here in C++. So if you have understand this video and if you enjoy that, what is dereference here in C++, how to use and how to use memory address and value with dereference here. So remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell as well, so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading on this channel. So now what we are waiting for, I'll be just meeting you in next video of C++ from start, and I hope you'll be enjoying that as well. So for today, goodbye.